Hello, dear students. A very good day to you all. I hope and believe that you are all well by the grace of Almighty, because in this pandemic situation, you are staying home and maintaining health rules. This is a very dangerous wave now of coronavirus. The very infectious coronavirus is now. Uh, the pandemic situation is very bad here in our country. So you should remain at home all the times. You should stay home and maintain your health rules so that all of us can stay well in this pandemic situation. So welcome you all to online class. I'm Richard Gomez. I'll take English first paper of class 9 today, completing stories and describing graphs and charts. I'll show here two sample completing stories and two graphs and charts. One graphs, one charts. So these are all samples. You can study these stories, different types of stories, and also graphs and charts at home and practice it for the exam. So first one, read the beginning of a story. Add at least 10 new sentences to complete the story. A rich man, the first portion is given here. A rich man wanted to find a contented man. So he wrote a poster and hung before his big building, indicating that this house would be given to the person who will prove himself as a contented man. So here is the first part of the story given. So before starting, you have to write down answer to the question number 1, and you have to give a title, name of the story. Here I have given none is contented in the world. So the bold words here are the portion that is given in the question. A rich man, I am going through the whole story. A rich man wanted to find a contented man. So he wrote a poster and hung before his big building, indicating that this house would be given to the person who will prove himself as a contented man. Within a few days, a man came to prove him contented with what he had. He had some land properties and he was leading a happy life with his family. The person brought him to the house where he spent the night. But the man could not sleep at that very night, because the decoration of the house was so much beautiful and the attractive design astonished him deeply. He thought that this house was more beautiful than that of his own, and so he desired to decorate his own house more colorful than this. Next morning, when the person asked him about his sleep, he replied that he could not sleep last night, thinking again and again of the decoration of the house. Then the person realized that this man was not contented with what he had. So the person did not give him the ownership of the house. This is all about the story. You can write of your own, you can write it different ways. Second one, this is a graph. Number 2, the graph above shows total candidates in SSC examination 2013, that is 2013. Describe the graph in 150 words. You should highlight and summarize the information given in the graph. Here the total candidates in SSC examination of 2013. Here 90,000 here given 02. Science group, this is actually for male and this is for female. Here is given black is for male and green is for female. That is, in science group, male students are more than female, and humanities, male are less than female students, and business studies, male are also here the in large number, bigger numbers than female. So here the numbers, total numbers are given. So I'm giving you the sample answer here, answer to the question number 2. Here in the graph, the total number of candidates in SSC examination 2013 has been shown in 3 groups, namely science, humanities and business studies. In all groups, male candidates are shown in the first column and female ones are shown in the second column. In case of science, we see male students are 41,812 while female ones are 29,660. So the boys outnumber the girls by 12,152. In humanities, boys are 32,776 and girls are 62,530. Then girls have outnumbered the boys by almost 2 times. That is 32,000, here 62,000, almost two times. In business studies, male candidates are shown to be 83,547 and female ones 66,941. So the males outnumber the females by 16,606. In conclusion, we can say in science and business studies, the males surpass the females considerably, but in humanities, females far outnumber the males. In this graph, the choices of studies vary to a great extent. It is natural that the female students are more fond of studying humanities group than other two ones. The male students are, on the other hand, more fond of science and business studies groups than humanities group. So this is a sample answer for you. You can make of your own from this graph. Now question 3, another story. Read the beginning of a story, add at least 10 new sentences to complete the story. Queen Victoria, when a little girl, was taught economical habits by her excellent governess. The princess had a set allowance for pocket money and was not permitted to exceed it. Once at the market at Tunbridge Wells, she had expended all her supply of money. This kind of story you have to know it earlier, otherwise you cannot produce the main story. So you should read some stories also, but in the first story you can write of your own. You can change it, you can make it in different ways, but this type of stories you should know the real story. So you should go through some stories for the exam also. So here is the answer to question number 3 and the title, The Economic Habits of Queen Victoria. So the story is like this. Queen Victoria, when a little girl, was taught economical habits by her excellent governess. The princess had a set allowance for pocket money and was not permitted to exceed it. Once at the market at Tunbridge Wells, she had expended all her supply of money in a number of presents for relatives and friends. As she was leaving, she remembered another cousin to whom she thought she would like to give a present. She saw a box marked half-crown, which she considered would be just the very thing for him. But alas, the money was all gone. The people in the shop said they would just enclose the box with other articles, but her governess said no. You see, the princess has not the money, and so, of course, she cannot buy the box. The shopkeepers then said that they would reserve the box until the princess got the next due pocket money. The princess then mounted her donkey and had nothing to do and returned back. So this kinds of story, the real story, so you should read it earlier so that you can produce the main story. Now the last one, number 4, is also a chart here. Look at the chart above. It is about the importance and uses of English. Very important things, English. Now describe the chart in your own words. So what does the chart show us? Here, using English as a first language, 58%. Using English as a second language, 50%. Uses of English in various organizations worldwide, 33%. And most interestingly, information in the world's computers, 80% in English. So we can see the elaboration, that the answer of this question, the elaboration of this chart. So answer to the question number 4. The chart illustrates the importance and uses of English. It is an incredible figure that almost 58% of world population use English as first language. Another overwhelming fact is that about 50% people of the world use English as a second language. So, if we want to communicate with the rest of the world, English is the only medium that can make it possible. The percentage of the uses of English in various organizations worldwide is 33%. It reflects that without the knowledge of English, it is almost impossible to run any kind of international business. The most important point here is that 80% information in the world's computers is in English. So, without English, we can have little access to the world of modern information and technology. It obviously hampers our regular activities at home, at office, and at any other working place having computerized systems. Therefore, the importance of English cannot be described in words, and in every kind of communication, it is a must throughout the world. So, this is a sample answer. You can write of your own. So, you should practice this completing stories and graphs and charts at home for your exam. So, until next class, goodbye. Stay home and be safe. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you all.